Hello, welcome back to the Oracle Light Tarot. I am so glad that you guys are here. It is not a coincidence that you found this video, that you're here with me now. It never is a coincidence. So I want to just get started right away. I'm super excited to use a new deck today. Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck. So it's like unleash your power to manifest your dreams with the Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck, the powerful 40 card deck designed to help you co-create your ideal life in partnership with spirit. Whether you're seeking abundance, love, clarity, success, these cards provide divine guidance and actionable insights to align your energy with the universe's infinite possibilities. No guidebook is included in this deck. It's entirely based on your intuition and interpretation, which I love so much because I am definitely that type of reader. I'm definitely an intuitive reader, and I don't always go by what the card is saying. So, or what the guidebook tells me a lot of the time. A lot of my decks don't even have the guidebooks with them, so I don't know. It's all intuition here. And manifestation has been just really coming through a lot in the collective, or the collective energy that I'm picking up in general from the people who are attracted to my channel. Definitely picking up a lot of manifestation energy for you guys. What is the message that you have for them today? What is the message that you have for them? Wow, this was actually the first card. When I opened to look at these cards last night, this was the very first card, and it's coming out. Again, it's called the Golden Map. When you align your desires with Spirit's plan, you are truly blessed. I fulfill my true purpose. Very interesting. This is also giving me the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is a very, like destined time for you. I feel like you're taking on your destiny. There's definitely a lot of big fortune coming to you once you center yourself, I feel. Spiritual strength. Let spirit guide you through any challenges along the way. I conquer obstacles. Look at the circle imagery here. This is you at the top of the mountain. I was getting that mountain, I think, the other day in the other reading. I think it was the bottom of this tea leaf. Oh, look. Great, good fortune here. But it was the mountain card coming through yesterday on the bottom of that. Yeah, I feel like you've already done something, or you've done a lot of work. I feel like you've already climbed that mountain. You're at the tippy top. I feel like you're at the point, right? Because they're at a point where you're realizing how it all works, how it all flows. And if it wasn't for that mountain, whatever you've been through, I don't think you would have seen it or experienced this in the way you would have experienced it. And for all of you, it's all unique. You've all experienced this very uniquely. I feel for some of you, you've already manifested a lot of things in your life. even like small fortunes here, or yeah, small fortunes, as not always money, but it could be just like little things that you've manifested for yourself that felt very fortunate, maybe like fortunate events. That's the word I'm looking for. And I feel right now you're working on this bigger one, because we have this energy here, right here, that looks very similar. I don't know if you can see it because the light is like shining. But I feel like that's where your focus is now, on this bigger manifestation. So you could be working on manifesting something that feels very big. I feel like you're ready now. You've reached the point where you're ready. Steady effort. As you move forward, you find resources and rewards await you. I take one step at a time. Oh, that's beautiful. You know, I really do feel like Spirit unravels like mysteries or guides us along the way, when it's just when we decide to take that step forward, right? As you move forward, you find resources and rewards await you. So it just takes you believing, trusting, and then taking that step, and then Spirit supplies the rest for you. I'm being drawn to my tarot deck here. If you're curious about this tarot deck, this is the name of the tarot deck. I do not know how to pronounce that, but it was one of my very first tarot decks. It's a good one for learning if you're interested in that. I feel like I'm called to talk about how Spirit reveals the next step. Yeah, it's just like it will just be revealed. Suddenly breakthrough, you know? So something, it could feel like maybe big or unrealistic to you. Or maybe even you could even be frustrated and you don't see how it's going to come about. But Spirit's like, all you have to do is trust, believe, know, and Spirit provides the rest. I don't think you need to know, like how it says map out, like Spirit's mapping it out for you. When you align your desires with Spirit's plan, you are truly blessed. So when you align your desires with Spirit's plan is Spirit has the plan of how it's going to unfold for you. You don't need to figure out that part. All you need to know is that it's going to happen, that you believe in it. So make sure whatever it is that you're manifesting for yourself, you believe in yourself. Somebody could be a painter. Like there's a lot of stuff about creativity, painting, watercolors. Does this look like somebody painted this? Okay, so you could be like very artistic. Whoa, this like just went pop. Okay, so this could be a business that you see for yourself, okay? Like you feel like maybe you're not being treated the way you deserve to be treated, or something is unfair, okay, with this King of Wands in reverse. Or something just feels like it's not panning out or developing the way you would like it to develop. We have the Empress, Page of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you could feel like you missed some kind of opportunity, or you just kind of lack, maybe you just don't see it for yourself, or you lack some kind of foresight for yourself. There's definitely a lot of art coming through here. So I don't know if somebody's like into like paper mache, or I just feel like somebody even creates for themselves very artistically in some way. So there's something about, yeah, the lack of planning. Maybe you could just be feeling like scatterbrained, not knowing, I don't know why I want to say this, like what end is up or down or which way to go. It feels like it's very in your head. Have a lot of Taurus energy here. And Gemini is definitely coming through. A Gemini, I really feel like, if you are a Gemini, I really feel like you feel like this is a missed opportunity of some sort. Same with Taurus. I feel like you're not quite sure how you think it's going to come about, okay? So it's like you don't really want to plan, but you want to plan. Like your plan should be to know that it's happening, but I feel like Spirit always knows the little intricate avenues, right? For something to just like appear. So there's like a behind the scenes type energy that you don't see working, and that your plan should be to trust that's happening. It doesn't mean don't make plans or don't take steps. It just means to trust that, even if it's baby steps, okay? Like just one step at a time. Do what you can do, but make sure when you're doing what you can do, you really believe in yourself. You really believe that something's going to happen. I'm hearing win-win, like win-win. I don't know. So maybe you're trying to win something. Okay. Or just create a new beginning for yourself in some way. I feel like I'm supposed to talk to you about when I moved to my house. Okay. And this is on the bottom. Hold on a second. Illuminated vision. Imagine your dreams infused with divine light, unfolding with grace. I reach my full potential. Sacred alchemy. Let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intention. I am aligned with spirit. Bless growth. Stay firmly rooted in your intentions and reach for the sky. I nurture my dreams. Yeah. Spirit has it all mapped out for you. You just need to know, believe, connect. Okay, it really is. I know sometimes things sound very like woo-woo or silly or just overly like positive, and you know that could turn people away because you know that it just makes you feel silly sometimes, right? For some, right? And some are comfortable with that energy, but some aren't, you know. Some people are just very practical, but you can still take those like practical steps and make your dreams come true. You don't, it's not, magic is so normal and so happening all the time. You just need only to believe, look, and yeah, believe, seek it, look for it, see it, know it, you know. Well, not really seek it because then you're just seeking, but like experience. Allow yourself to, you know, even if you're just sitting outside in your lawn chair and, you know, drinking some tea, and take a deep breath and watch the world unfold around you and spirit unfold around you. And just like this Ace of Pentacles, more in the upright, deliver to you your thoughts and your feelings. Even, you can even play the game of like, you know what, Spirit, I believe in you. I'd like to see a sign from you. Show me a sign that you're with me now, that you that you're here with me, that you're expressing yourself to me, and it might be something as simple as like suddenly the sun comes out from behind the clouds and starts to warm you, with its light. It could be something like that. And know that that is magic. There is magic. Some people just have these weird ideas of what things ought to be and look like, and it's once you know and you see and you accept, it's like suddenly everything is very magical, and not in a silly way, in a real tangible way. So I feel like I'm supposed to tell you a story about when I first moved to this house. I'm gonna try to keep it quick because we're at 15 minutes, and I'm gonna pull some words as I'm talking from my word box here, so you'll hear me kind of digging in there around while I'm talking. But I moved to my when I moved to my house, so my house is a very old house, almost like historically old. And I just love older houses. I love like traditional type older houses. So there was some work that needed to be done, and everything just seemed to be working out perfectly. The yard was a huge mess, but it was one of the reasons why I ended up getting such a good deal. So my husband and I were working a lot in the yard. We had spent a lot of money on removing a bunch of logs and stuff that were all over our yard. And, that took a lot of time. It took a lot of money. And I just remember when I was looking for my house, I'm a gardener. I love gardening. I love flowers. I love just fruits and veggie gardens. I just love being outdoors. I'm very much a homebody. So when I'm outside, I love to like have that tranquil, beautiful experience in my own setting, right? So the yard was not up to par at the time. So, and we'd spent a lot of our money working on things that just really needed to be worked on, right? So, and I just really wanted to experience having flowers in my yard, because my yard, after removing all the logs and things, so it's a very big yard, so it was just kind of like, there were beautiful trees there, but there just wasn't any like flowers or any kind of like what is it called, I don't know, it just didn't feel like the way I expected it to feel. So I was determined to get some flowers in my yard. And then suddenly when spring came, flowers started popping up all around my yard. And there were these little purple bell like looking flowers. And I was definitely new to the area, so I didn't know that these were weeds. They do not look like weeds, just to be like, and some people see them as flowers, some people see them as weeds in this like garden community, right? But here, I guess where we live, a lot of people see them as weeds, but I didn't. I was like, flowers. There's flowers. They were popping up all over my yard. I'm not talking about dandelions or anything. These were like little purple bell like flowers. They were just so cute. And I know at the end of my driveway, because I like doing things in my yard too, and I like sharing things with people. So I wanted my yard to look beautiful for my neighbors. We live near a park, so there's always people walking, dogs and stuff, and they would walk by our house constantly. So I wanted something cute for people who pass by. I wanted them to experience the beauty, right? Not just for myself, but for others. I wanted to make my yard beautiful. Well, I ended up at the end of my driveway, there's like this little garden bed which had a huge lilac bush, these beautiful purple flowers that were starting to bud and everything, because it was spring. So I knew I was getting flowers then. And I wanted like actual like flowers in my garden bed, and I didn't have like the extra money to go out and be buying all kinds of bulbs and do things the way I wanted to. So when those flowers started to pop up in my yard, I went around with my little shovel, and there's a story about my shovel. I don't know if you've been here, if you watched that video, but I manifested that handheld shovel for myself also. This was like before I moved into my house. But I took that little shovel and I went around the yard and I dug up flowers that were popping up. And every time one popped up, I dug them up and then I would place them in that area underneath the lilac bush and around the lilac bush. And by the time the lilac bush was like budding, or not budding, but like blooming, all of the flowers that I had moved from around my yard, we gotta literally go out there every day. I'm like, oh, another one popped up. Oh, another one popped up. Oh, and then suddenly I had all kinds of flowers, like purple flowers. It was just beautiful with the lilac bush with the lavender look colored flowers on the bush. And then I had these little purple bell-like flowers all over at the foot, the bottom area. And there was just so many flowers right there. And I love it. And they just come back. Both the bush and those flowers just come back every year. Every year they just come back on their own. Okay, and I just find that beautiful. Like, I didn't know how I was going to get flowers, but Spirit provided flowers for me, right? Another thing I manifested also for my garden. I was out there, I think it was around the same time that was happening. I was out there, I think it was when I was putting those flowers in, actually. My new neighbor, came to me and gifted me a huge bag of seeds. And they were all flowers. There were like so many different kinds. There was like poppies and wildflowers and dahlias, all different kinds of poppies, oriental. I'm not sure how they're described, but all different kinds of poppies, different flowers, cutting flowers. And then so suddenly I had all these seeds. I had all these flowers around the area. Did I sit there and worry or dwell on the fact like I'm just going to lay there and not do anything with my yard because I don't have the flowers or I don't have the money to do whatever I want to do? No, what did I do? I went out there. I was probably in my yard, I'm pretty sure, staring at it, walking around with my coffee cup in the mornings because I love to drink my coffee out there, especially in the spring and summertime. Walk around my yard and kind of make these little plans in my head. And I don't even know how they were going to come about because obviously I didn't have the money to do it and I didn't have, the stuff to do it. But I just believed, I knew that I was going to have flowers there. I trusted, I knew, I believed, right? And Spirit just suddenly, it's almost like these like fortune, it just feels like these are like little golden fortunes, I don't know, just suddenly popping up for me as soon as I took that step. I didn't shut it down. I didn't shut the feeling down. I didn't say, oh, this isn't going to work. I didn't say, oh, I'm just going to wait. I took a practical step. It was practical. Did I go out and spend money? No, I didn't. It all came from my mental knowing, the spiritual strength. I let Spirit guide me through it along the way, just like this. I conquer obstacles. I take one step at a time, even if it's like the smallest step. I feel like Spirit, that's your message. The Empress is all about that. Nurturing creativity. So maybe you even do something very creative. Maybe it's something as if like maybe you don't need to make a plan of how you're going to make something come about, but maybe you want to like draw up plans, like maybe make a list of the flowers you're going to put in your yard or whatever it is that you're doing. So make a list, that's a practical step. The other day, I probably have to go back and pick them up, but this is another way it works. Like I have plants in my house too. I'm such a plant person. Okay. But I have all these plants. I have these monsteras and other different plants. And they're in these like clear glass vases with water. And I was like, I really need some new pots for the plants, so that way I could just repot them and put them in soil, because I feel like they're ready to go in soil. And I think I counted them out. I had 3, and then there was another one at 4. So I needed 4 too. I was trying to remember in my mind, see them. But I remember saying I need to my husband as I was watering them that I need to get pots and put them in soil. Just yesterday, that was yesterday actually. And that same day, yesterday, as I was driving home from running my kids around, on the side of the road, there were these pots, I think 4 or 5 of them, sitting there at the end of someone's driveway along the curb for free. Just free right there. And sometimes you don't know how like Spirit's going to provide something for you, and then suddenly Spirit's like, here you go. Here you go. I heard you say that you wanted plants or pots or whatever it is, and then suddenly Spirit delivers to you, So, and even if you don't want to pick up, those pots, this is just an example. Specifically, maybe there's a couple in there that stood out to you that you ended up wanting to take, but the fact that Spirit showed you that and delivered that to you, that is no coincidence. That's not nothing. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to accept that. Okay, you can still believe that Spirit's still going to deliver the perfect, pot or perfect, anything for yourself. You can still believe, right, that Spirit's still delivering something to you. Okay, you can tweak it. It's you're leading, so you're guiding Spirit. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more words for you. Anything else? Oh, how did only 2 come out? How funny. Oh my God, there's not just 2, they fell, that's why. Okay, comfort, eternal. So comfort in knowing that it never ends. You have all the time in the world to do this, okay? And it's always happening. Let me pick up these off the ground. Okay. So whatever's coming in for you, times 10. So that's just showing me that it's big. It's big. Your calling. So it's your calling. This is what you're here to do. This is what you came here to do, right? Is to manifest childish things. Interesting. Hold on. No response is a response. And destined. So if something doesn't show up for you, no, it's not meant for you, or it's not the right time, because Spirit doesn't make any mistakes. Okay, Spirit is divinely perfect. It always works out perfectly. Okay, so it is destined. No response is a response. So like if something doesn't show up for you, that's fine. That's absolutely fine if something doesn't show up for you. But Spirit wants you to stay rooted in your intentions, right? And don't be afraid to reach for something very big, because it's like blessed growth here. I nurture my dreams. Spirit can only deliver what matches you, what you believe for yourself to be. I bet when you were a child, you just believed naturally and things just came to you naturally, okay? Until you were told otherwise, that things were hard, right? Yeah, it is your calling. What else would you like them to know? Oh, we're at 30 minutes. I think I'm going to pull a few more here. A few more tea leaf cards for you. Anything you would like them to know, Spirit? Whoa. Wow. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. Wealth. That's amazing. Muddled, unclear thinking. And I think that's just Spirit pointing out like your state of mind is matching the scatterbrained energy of this Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. You could feel like Spirit's playing mind games with you, but really it's not. It's you're playing mind games with yourself. Get it right, okay? Because Spirit doesn't make any mistakes. So you're stepping into a new experience with the leg here. A man, dealings or relationships with a man. So it could be, you could be starting a new relationship or calling in. We have flute, disappointment, and a friend or lover. So calling in, it's either better energy with a lover, or calling in, manifesting a relationship. Okay, so it could be with this man here and the flowers. So you could be manifesting something like that for yourself. We have March. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys, look. These are the flowers. Did you hear me describe the flowers? These are the flowers. Exact flowers. These little, remember I said they're like little bell-like flowers, and some people see them as weeds. And some people see them as flowers. I saw them as beautiful flowers. Look. This is Spirit showing to you in real time. If you love real-time stuff, this is what we do here, okay? Casket. So someone's going out of your life or the end of a situation. I really feel whatever is leaving your life is this lack of belief, okay? That's what's ending. That's what's leaving your life. A lack of belief, okay? Because I feel you know, deep down inside, you know. You know. You know, like you know, like you know, like you know. Yes, that Spirit has the most beautiful experience for you. It could be wealth. It could be a garden, like me. Whatever it is, Spirit saying you have to believe in yourself. With these being in reverse, okay, it's your thinking. All right, Spirit wants you to know that. It was your thinking. Okay. It's your calling. It's your calling. It's basically your calling and your duty to do yourself that favor. And I wrote down a note, and I'm seeing it now as I'm looking over here. Make room, making space, making room for things to come in. Okay, so Spirit's saying, like, put aside that lack energy, that unbelief. Okay, so if something isn't showing up, there's a reason. Okay, and so instead of saying, well, that didn't happen or that's not happening, then Spirit can only show you that's not happening. Do you see how this even just came about? I was talking about it. I was describing them. I was remembering them. I actually felt it when I was expressing the lilac bush and the flowers at the bottom of my lilac bush. I could see them. I could see it all in my mind's eye. And then here, Spirit manifests for me, for you, to experience what I was describing. How else would you experience it, right? I mean, I guess you could even experience, you could even see these flowers later. Okay? So I feel like you're stepping into that now. You're stepping into, with this leg, you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into your spiritual strength. It says, let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intention. Yes. Align yourself with your wealth, with your relationships that you want to experience. Maybe they're childlike things. Maybe these things you think are childish, you know, would be childish to other people, but not to you. You get to experience whatever it is you want to experience. Be childlike. Be childlike, I guess. You know, be open and childlike in your mind. You will experience these things. Like, I have no doubt you will experience these things. And for somebody, definitely big wealth coming through for you. I feel like you're destined to experience that. Don't feel bad about that. Feel good about that. Know that. Allow yourself to feel your worthiness, because you're all worthy. We all are. We all are here. We get to experience whatever it is that we want to experience. And I feel like you've already climbed that mountain. You've already experienced maybe lack or, you know, problems, right? Where things were hard, and Spirit's saying, now is the time. Do you see? She's reached that point, and now it's like, it's leap. It's leap into your new future now. It's leap time. Leaps and bounds. Okay? Stepping in to your spiritual strength. This is beautiful, guys. I'm so excited for you guys. And I'm going to let you go because I feel like I'm at 37 minutes on here. I'm not sure if I even stopped or restarted, so it could even be longer than that, but that's pretty long for a video. I hope you guys ended up making it to the very end of this video. If you did, be sure to leave me an emoji or a comment and let me know that this reading was for you. I'd love to hear from it. And I'm seeing this on top of my word box standing out to me. It says confidence in your magic. Have confidence in your magic. That seems to be the theme this week. And Spirit really wants you to know that. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Come back. Bye.